Hello everyone, welcome to Be Seen Director's Cut. But going off of that, what are some things that actors do in auditions that we should try to avoid?
Tell us.
I wasn't looking for ammo. No. I was looking for stuff for the arts qualification thing. The Who's Your Art Hero section. I just thought I could write about you or not.
Want to explore on it and keep it on that collaborative. I did a class last night and there was just this tension in the space. It's like, chill out, go, relax, let's fail, let's mess up.
What's happened actually is that Kayla's, you figured her out her whole life actually and her whole career, and that's what's wonderful about it actually. So I think we can even maybe put a little bit more weight on that. So you figured it out yourself, and then, you know what I mean? Made that as an offer. I said, is that, well, I get it. You're still framed as a question.
Yeah, that relationship of power is interesting. It's like sometimes we create that. Actually, we create the problem because we put people in a position of power over us.
This podcast has been brought to you by Lambda,
the oldest drama school in the UK and ranked by The Guardian as the #1 university in the UK for drama and dance in the 2025 league table.
Now let's get started.
I want to go on to the fact that you won an Olivia Award for Warheads.
I didn't.
You didn't nominate.
I was nominated.
You were
nominated.
That's still pretty good. Gonna say
it's I think probably for the records are on camera. So again, people keep describing, like everybody talks about every single minute of the day. It's not that at all. Whenever it comes to publicity and things like this, they always say that I'm Olivia nominated director. I'm not. I directed Warheads, which was Offie nominated at the Park Theatre.
Okay.
And we didn't win. I'll tell you who did win was Richard Gadd, won with Baby Rain.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so when I started watching that, I was like, I'm going to hate this, and then I loved it. So Baby Rainder actually picked it up, so I'm not. So that was, I'm Offie nominated director.
Offie nominated.
I'm sorry to correct you, Marion, but I don't want Olivier sort of knocking on my door.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so we got...
Yeah, for those that don't know what Offie is, could you just...
Do I know what Offie is? The offies are just I genuinely don't know.
This means off West End.
Off West End, right? So it's an off West End.
It's a very admired award system in London, but it's just for things that aren't on main West End stages.
Right.
So great venues like the Park.
Right.
And other kind of other spaces that are not classed as West End, but. Yeah,
it's a funny one because again, I don't want to write myself out getting a nomination or even a win one day, but I try not to, but I try not to put too much stock in these things as well. Yeah. It's plastered all over my website, because it gets me work. But I think ultimately it really comes down to the work itself.
Yeah.
And what I also find as well is that because of the acclaim, because of the reviews, and because of these nominations, it actually counts against me.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it really does, because you walk into rooms and people see the nominations or people see the reviews and people don't see Toby, and hopefully what you gauge for me as well is that I'm still working things out. I'm fairly nervous most of the time as well, and I don't like working in tension. So to come into a room where it's like Toby Clarke's in the room, it's like it's just Toby. It's just Toby, and I just want to explore on it and keep it on that collaborative. I did a class last night and there was just this tension in the space. It's like, chill out, go, relax, let's fail, let's mess up, because I'm going to mess up too.
Yeah, I think it's because as actors, because number one, the market is saturated with actors.
Easy.
And then we're wanting work. Yeah. So there's that as well. So if there's a direct, this is another reason why I started this podcast, is just to demystify that relationship. Yeah. And just for everyone to understand, okay, we're all trying to do the same thing ultimately, and to be a bit more relaxed around each other, because when you're tense, then you can't actually perform to your best, really. And so if you're always trying to impress someone so you can get a job.
Yeah, that relationship of power is interesting. It's like sometimes we create that. Actually, we create the problem because we put people in a position of power over us when actually they don't need to be. It can be it's the same with casting. It's the same with anyone that actors perceive to be in a relationship where they can give you something, but actually it's much more about partnership and collaboration and
Yeah.
Funny. No, I found this interview you done about a play you did.
Yeah?
Yeah, so anyway, you talk about your mum in it.
Yeah.
Is she okay?
No.
Shit. When?
February. She'd been poorly for a while and thought she'd had enough.
My mum died when I was 8.
Yeah, I know.
Top of my file, right? Pushing by 12, in care at 15.
In so many words.
I remember mum's hair and nails mostly, because she always done them real pretty and that.
That's nice.
I couldn't imagine losing my mum as an adult.
I don't know. I mean, grief is grief, I suppose.
Yeah, but you must remember so much about her.
Yeah, I do. She loved the Archers. Oh, it's a Radio 4 type drama thing. It's a bit shit, but that was her every Sunday morning for as long as I can remember.
Is that why you're so into theatre and that?
And then that's not sign out. Thank you very much. Thank you. I wonder if we can just each face wrist. We can get the two of you on
Yeah.
On level at least.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we just pick it up again from the same place and this interview, the mentality of mum, from standing up at the beginning. I just want to pair all the different levels and dynamism in that as well. So I wonder whether if we got this buzzy with the chairs.
Yeah.
If we got the buzzy with the chairs, when do we find that stillness? And again, let it happen naturally, made that offer, but eventually all I want to have shit being sat with each other.
Yeah.
And it's more about almost two friends, or at least the beginning of a relationship, or that mentor mentee.
Yeah, finding some common ground.
Exactly that. And actually, because we had that common ground, that might take you onto the both the same level.
Okay.
And let's
Yeah. Where should we go from?
go from the funny nice same place.
From her.
Funny. No, I found this interview you done about a play you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, you talk about your mum in it.
Yeah.
Is she okay?
No.
Shit. When?
February. She'd been poorly for a while, and she'd given up. I think she'd had enough.
My mum died when I was 8.
Yeah. I know.
Top of my file, right? Pushing by 12, in care at 15.
In so many words.
I remember my mum's hair and nails mostly, because she always done them real pretty and that.
That's nice.
I couldn't imagine losing my mum as an adult though.
I don't know. I suppose grief is grief.
Yeah, but you must remember so much about her.
Yeah, I do. She loved the Archers. Oh, it's a Radio 4 drama type thing. It's a bit but that was her every Sunday morning for as long as I can remember.
Is that why you're so into theatre and that?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Yeah, maybe.
I wasn't looking for ammo.
We got on a gear change. So again, what's really beautiful, thank you very much. That was lovely. What's happened actually is that Kayla's, you figured her out her whole life actually and her whole career. And that's what's wonderful about it actually. So I think we can even maybe put a little bit more weight on that. So you figured it out yourself and then, you know what I mean? Made that as an offer. Is that, well, I get it. it's still framed as a question.
Right.
But actually, it's like, on my days, you just realize because of the archers and the drama, that's why you're a director. You see what I mean? And then the discovery, you make the discovery first, perhaps.
Yeah. Something that she doesn't even realize about herself.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. Let's try that. Let's pick it up from the archers.
She loved the archers. It's a Radio 4 drama type thing. It's a bit, but she, that was her every Sunday morning for as long as I can remember.
And remember it, keep remembering, get those images in your head, Laura.
Is that why you're so into theatre and that?
And then realise they're like,
I don't know. I'd never thought about it like that. But yeah, maybe.
and then sit in that realisation, both of you actually, you both figured it out. And then that will segue nicely into the next beat, which is...
I wasn't looking for ammo.
No?
I was looking for stuff for the arts qualification thing. The Who's Your Art Hero section. I just thought I could write about you or not. It's whatever.
No, I would really like that.
Sit in that just slightly. Sorry, I'm going to be one on that.
Yeah?
Just sit in that or whatever. I want you to sit in that, then we've got the awkward one. Because this is what's lovely and what you're connecting really beautifully with. This starts awkward, the scene. We find some comfort, we arrive at the intention and reveal the intention, and then it gets really awkward again. Okay. So I wasn't thinking for more ammo.
I wasn't looking for more ammo.
Well?
I was looking for stuff for the arts qualification thing.
And it's just hard to reveal, okay?
The Who's Your Art Hero section.
Get down, nice choice, roll with that.
I just thought I could write about you or not. It's whatever.
Sit in that, disbelief.
Why'd you have to make it awkward for?
No, sorry.
It's done. I'll just write about Solange or something.
No, I'd really like that.
Well, I still like to then play this is lovely. So what I now want to play is actually the separation and proximity again. So yeah, exactly. So it's done. Let's go with that.
I'd really like that.
And we've got some stillness and a little bit of hope to sit in it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So then maybe can I interview you sometime?
Yes, of course.
Like now?
Oh, I'm supposed to be going to this press night.
It's cool.
No, I can cancel.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let me just make a quick call.
That and then connect. We found something.
Let me go get my folder then.
Okay.
And then you can sit in that Kimberly because we're still rolling. Breakthrough. Can't believe that. And actually, feel like a warm feelings initial. Thank you very much. Good. Thank you. Lovely, guys. Thank you. Can't say that. Lovely.
But going off of that,
Yeah.
what are some things that actors do in auditions that we should try to avoid? Tell us.
So, crikey. I think it just sort of, yeah, it really speaks to what we were saying earlier about this idea of trying to impress. We can see through it. First
Through what?
The mask, disingenuous nature of the fact that I just want you to be you. Again, I've already mentioned his name already, and I'm going to quote Matthew. But Matthew always says when he's auditioning, he said, "I just want to work out if I want to spend 4 weeks with this actor."
Okay.
And I have am I allowed to swear on this? I don't know if I swore in the workshop. Maybe I'll try not to.
Yes.
I try not to.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, when I'm auditioning actors, I try and create a sort of no dickheads. You know what I mean? That's what I don't want. And I think when you're trying too hard and you're not being yourself and you're not being true to yourself, you can genuinely, spot it. And I think you absolutely have to be you, because the reason you have to be you is because that, for me, is where character starts. It always starts with you. Some people can contest that character doesn't exist. What exists is the words of the page, and what exists is you. And that's a really good starting point. That's a great springboard. So if you're not being you, then, and not giving a strong sense of that, then I don't know who you are. And suddenly suddenly you've left the audition room not showing and not shining.
Gotcha.
Enough and being who you are. So genuinely, what I'm looking for. So first and foremost is being yourself. And also, I also appreciate how hard it is to be yourself in context, because the negotiation is that you want a job, as well. So there's that. And I think in terms of so that's you in terms of your nature and how you represent yourself. And the second thing is preparation.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think I've said anything that you don't know already, that hasn't been said, by ancestors and predecessors or whatever. But you have to come in with some ideas.
Yeah.
You have to come in, having been really familiar with the text, and on top of that, and then what that nods to is then to show that you're really passionate about telling stories as well, and be like, let's talk about space. So when I ask actors what do they think about the play, and that's not what, and because sometimes I've written it, what I'm not looking for is them to say, I just thought it was amazing and it's just so great, and this character actually I was really interested by this, or actually, so how long has Kimberly lost her mum, or so on and so forth, and why is her mum dead in it? All these things.
Something you'd ask in an audition though, like
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. I really want it to be a rapport. I want you to come in, and I want you to already say that this is who I am. I'm going to come in. I'm going to give you some ideas. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to fail. I always use Jazz, who was in Warheads. We cast in Warheads. He runs brilliant acting company now as well. And when he won't mind me saying, but when he came in to get audition for Warheads, he messed up the lines.
Okay.
But he'd done his preparation, and he knew the text, and he'd come in with offers, and then halfway through the scene, he fluffed it, completely recuperated, carried the scene on, and at the end of it, he literally was like, yeah, something like that, I'm really sorry, and joked about it. And I knew then and there, I want this actor in my space, because he's going to come in, mess up, get it wrong, laugh about it, and let's just move on. And that's one, I suppose, being a very gifted actor and suited to the role, that's really what got him the job. So I was like, I like this guy, because I'm going to mess up in rehearsal as well. And I think you need to be cool with that, as well, and just, to completely let's obliterate this hierarchy, because that's really poisonous.
It is. It is very serious. And you're so right, because I was filming something yesterday, got a job where, there we go.
Damn, Mariam.
I know. But there's such psychology when you actually get the job, right? And you're on set, you're with other actors who are much more seasoned. I had a small role. Well, I made it even smaller by thinking it was small, right?
Yeah.
And then there was a psychology behind it of like, you just forget because you're just so in your head about, like when I got home, I was thinking of all these things I could have done because it was comedy, right? It's like, this would have been so funny if I did this. And I'm like, why didn't I think about it when I was there?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you guys...
Yeah, I think it can be quite hard to kind of leave it where it's, do you know what I mean? Like leaving it at the door. Yeah, I think a lot of actors go through that.
Yeah.
And I know it's easier said than done to like live in the moment and just kind of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially when you're on set with other actors who are a bit, more experienced as well.
I think about it a bit like kind of parallel universes. Like on any job, there's probably a million ways that you could play a part or even one line, because that's the nature of actors. We're capable of telling millions of different stories, and even just down to the mood that you're in on that day could influence the choices that you make. And I think it doesn't do well to dwell on like those parallel existences, because it's a bit like, in another life I could be doing something else. In another life maybe I'm not an actor, I'm a doctor or something. I don't know, God, I mean, no, I don't have that kind of brain. But I think once you've done the offer that you made and the take that you did on the day is the only reality that I think is worth it. You just have to kind of be able to move on from it and be like, that's the reality of the take that I did. And the take that you did will be the right one because that was the reality of that day. So I think you kind of have to, think going down the rabbit hole of thinking about all the different ways you can do something isn't helpful. But also it's like, if you really think something was wrong, like it's a learning for the next time, right? So it always can be taken as a positive, because the next job you do, you'll be even better. So almost always a learning. You learn from
it's true.
The whole process. You know what I mean?
I guess what I was going to ask Toby is, because you're an acting coach as well.
Yeah.
And what are some tips or advice that you would give someone being an acting coach that they can, when they're on set, to help bring out creativity without trying too hard?
Wow. Did you say 5 minutes left on that? Yeah, the reason I'm bringing that up is you need a whole separate podcast for that. Okay. And I'm going to answer you, but as in the difference between like screen and stage. And I've only been doing like screen 3 years, like 22 years in theatre, but it's only screen since COVID, right? So obviously theatres went dark, so then You know, my partner at the time was like, you can't, I've been avoiding screen for 22 years, working in screen, for the very reason that it's as brutal as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Because these things are wonderful, but also they can also be the enemy as well, because it's amazing how to transition from rehearsal, and then as soon as you hear that word action, they forget how to talk. Or suddenly this cup, they don't know how to sip a cup of tea anymore. So suddenly they be in the scene. It's just there and doing the scene and so on and so forth. And sometimes have to, so it's like it's a whole other beast.
Yeah, well done placement, by the way.
Big time. Continuity. It's like, I mean, it's interesting that some people say what's really interesting is that actually you do require more technique in stage acting, because you've got to worry about vocally and physically and projection and not give your back to the stage and so on and so forth. So technically, screen is far more technical in terms of these things and sound, so on and so forth. But in terms of acting, it's kind of less technical.
Yes.
Because all you need to do is actually just play the moment and exist and relax, which is very easy to say, just relax.
Easy.
Oh yeah, sure. It's like, don't think of a purple elephant. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I think the surefire way of doing it, of getting out of your head, is to try and get into somebody else's in the scene. Don't just rock up on set and start interrogating them.
Right.
It's not, I mean, I'm talking about that. I'm very much an advocate of the Mr. Meisner again, but like, acting really is reacting. And if you have some time pre-shooting, I also think, and screen tends to be moving more and more towards that, thankfully, which is why I'm getting the work that I'm getting now in screen, where they do allow space and budget and time, and directors afford me the opportunity to go and rehearse with the directors before they arrive on set.
Okay.
Because you just don't. I was very lucky to work with, I'm sure about saying how for instance, but I was very lucky to work with Joe Dempsey out in Jamaica, and he's like, do you know what film is? It's like the equivalent of doing a stage play, doing a read through on day one, and then saying, wicked, I'll see you at press night.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what screen acting really is that you've got to show up actually on the day. Hi, nice to meet you. Let's go fight. Let's go screw. Let's go be in love. And you sometimes haven't even met the actor before, so how can you even begin to find that rapport? So I just think try and find as much time as possible to work with the actors on set. And then if you don't get that, be on set, be present, and just put everything and try and make those discoveries live and in the moment. It's a really good way of thinking, I'm rubbish, I'm going to drop a line, I shouldn't be here, that camera's massive, that light is right in my face, I need to turn 33 degrees to hit that mark, and so on and so forth. So I think the best way of doing it is finding that rapport.
It's an enormous amount of trust, isn't it?
Yeah.
You put that trust in your partner and you pay it back to them, and you're locked into that thing together, And so, as you say, being able to create that trust even for a minute or two before you suddenly have to have that in the scene is really important.
Okay. I could sit here and another hour if I'm honest, but thank you so much, Toby, for coming in. I really, really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Many.
I loved watching it. The things that you said were very helpful even to me, and I'm sure they're going to be helpful to other people as well.
Great.
Laura and Mahaila, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for going on this journey with me. Hopefully continue to do this podcast and bring you back in maybe in future episodes or something. And yeah, we are going to call it a day there.
I googled you.
Yeah, digging for more ammo.
Funny, no, I found this interview you done about a play you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, you talk about your mum in it.
Yeah.
Is she okay?
No.
Shit, when?
February. She'd been poorly for a while, and she'd given up. I think she'd had enough.
My mum died when I was 8.
Yeah. I know.
Top of my file, right? Pushing by 12, in care at 15.
In so many words.
I remember my mum's hair and nails mostly, because she always done them real pretty and that.
That's nice.
I couldn't imagine losing my mum as an adult though.
I don't know. I suppose grief is grief.
Yeah, but you must remember so much about her.
Yeah, I do. She loved the Archers. It's a Radio 4 drama type thing. It's a bit, but she, that was her every Sunday morning for as long as I can remember.
Is that why you're so into theatre and that?
I don't know. I'd never thought about it like that. But yeah, maybe.
I wasn't looking for ammo.
No?
I was looking for stuff for the arts qualification thing. And who's your art hero section?
Get down, nice choice, roll with that.
I just thought I could write about you or not. It's whatever. Why'd you have to make it awkward for?
No, sorry.
It's done. I'll just write about Solange or something.
No. I'd really like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So then maybe can I interview you sometime?
Yes, of course.
Like now?
Oh, I'm supposed to be going to this press night.
It's cool.
No, I can cancel.
Yeah?
Yeah, let me just make a quick call.
Let me go get my folder then.
I want to say a massive thank you for everyone that's tuned in to watch this podcast. This podcast is all about empowering you, the actor, upcoming director, creative, or film fan. Everyone's welcome. If you'd like to see a particular guest director on the show, please let us know in the comment section below or send us an email. And if you'd like to be a guest actor on the show, please also let us know.